What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. Finally a shoe rotation video again. My hand has fully healed, so I'm really testing a lot of pairs. I think it's like 12 or 13 pairs, so without further ado, let's get straight into it and start with, I gotta say, my current favorite basketball shoe, the Joker 2 GT. They are absolutely amazing. If you have the money, I can highly recommend you to get a pair. 200 euros or dollars is a steep asking price, but it's definitely one of the best basketball shoes of all time and the best basketball shoe 361 Degrees has released, in my personal opinion. They're really going toe-to-toe with the Wörthersee 12 for the title of the best basketball shoe of 2026. Traction performance is simply put amazing. A 10 out of 10 bite on any court I tried them on. Even if it's a little bit dusty, just wipe and you'll be good to go again. The traction pattern looks to be very shallow but has an incredibly hard bite. What's also really cool is that these have a carbon fiber plate. You can actually see it here through the translucent outsole here in the middle. So you have great torsional support. As you can see, only the forefoot flexes, the midfoot is perfectly nice and stable. And the standout feature, in my opinion, of the shoe next to the traction performance is the cushioning setup. Incredibly bouncy, you're still kind of low to the ground. It's a very responsive ride, but I didn't have any pain at all, so there's enough impact protection there. Overall, an amazing shoe, and the comfort is also off the charts. There's a lot of padding, the material is really soft, and even though this looks to be a little plasticky here on the sidewall is also very, very soft. I actually gifted a pair of these to a friend of mine, and because they were in the wrong size, and he asked me like if I had worn them a lot of times already because they were so comfortable and they felt like they were broken in, but I'd actually only worn them 1 or 2 times for a video, like for 20 minutes maybe. So that just goes to say how comfortable this shoe is. The next pair that's heavily in my rotation right now is the 805 Ultra V2 from Way of Wade. I have multiple colorways of these. There's a pink one, there's a blue one, there's an orange one, and this all silver one is also very, very clean. I forgot to say about the Joker 2s. If you want to cop them, you can use my code Lucas for 361 Degrees. For Way of Wade, you can use my code LucasSimone10 for a discount. Doesn't work on all pairs anymore, but you can just try it out on the website. And in any case, if you're wondering, you can find all the affiliate links and codes in the description box down below. I've talked about these a lot, so let's keep it short. Traction performance is very, very good. Actually also suitable for outdoors. You can also see a carbon fiber shank plate. And of course, the Super Boom drop-in midsole is what makes these stand out compared to the other shoes on this list or in this shoe rotation video. Then a new pair I got from Kicks, where my discount code is also Lucas, but just with 1 S this time. The Adidas Crazy Energy Plus, and I have to say I love the design. I think they look really, really cool. I love that they're very lightweight, the lightest Adidas basketball shoe on the market right now. The one thing I don't like about them, and that's kind of the deal breaker, is that the last lace loop is right here on the inside. So there's nothing back here, and because of the shape of the shoe, kind of a little bit like the Curry shoes we used to know, the 11 and the 12, also very low here in the back, but they all had lace loops right around here, and here the last lace loop is in front. My heel just slips out every single time, no matter how hard I tie them or lace them, which is just a shame because the shoe itself is actually really nice. Aggressive herringbone traction, cushioning setup that's decent. I think it's Light Strike Pro. Yes, I wasn't sure if it's just regular Light Strike or Pro. It says on the heel tab here. The materials are okay, but kind of stiff, but they probably will break in a little bit more, but I haven't worn them more because my heel slips out every time, so that's just a shame. We have a shank plate even, but in my opinion, for 150, if your heel slips out every time, that's just not worth it. The next pair I also got from Kicks, so big shout out to them. The Curry 13 in this beautiful colorway, in my opinion. Almost a little too much even for me, but you know I like pink shoes and flashy shoes, so that's exactly the colorway I wanted from them. The traction performance is good, but surprisingly not as good as on other Curry shoes. The flow setup is still used, but what I'm used to from the flow setup is that they stop so hard that you actually trip over your own feet, and that still is the case on extremely clean courts, but as soon there's a little bit of dust, these just don't grip the floor anymore. And it's kind of a shame that Curry and Under Armour part ways like this with a shoe that it actually just doesn't feel as good. Overall, it also feels heavier than the past Curry shoes. The cushioning setup isn't as nice or as responsive. It's kind of almost too high off the ground. I always complain that Curry shoes don't have enough impact protection, but I wish they would have implemented something like the Way of Wade 12 or the Joker 2 GT, where there's impact protection, but you're still low to the ground and you have a responsive feel, because here the heel just feels way too high off the ground and the forefoot is kind of too low, so it's a weird mix. The materials are okay, but I also don't really like the lacing system, so overall I just really didn't enjoy the Curry 13, unfortunately. The next pair I really enjoy is the Way of Wade 12. This is the Boulevard colorway. As I said, with the Joker 2 GT, amazing performance, also very high retail price, but also absolutely worth it. these two shoes will for sure be at the #1 spot, maybe even share the #1 spot at the end of the year for the best basketball shoes of 2026. I can't imagine another pair coming out that's going to top them, unless the Wave Weight 13 or the Joker 3 GT comes out by the end of the year, which I doubt. Quickly about them, I've also talked about them a lot. Traction performance, top tier, 10 out of 10. Cushioning setup, super boom with a carbon fiber plate in the middle. You can't ask for much more than that. Overall, a very, very similar shoe to the Joker 2 GT, maybe even a little bit more supportive because the carbon fiber plate, my bad, feels a little bit more sturdy, a little bit more stiff in the midfoot area, and the comfort is pretty much the same, but maybe also a tiny little bit better because we don't have those plasticky overlays, and we really have on this colorway some soft synthetic and synthetic leather uppers, which make them a top tier performer. And just a reminder, again, the code is LucasSimone10 for a discount, or just use the discount link below. Would really support me and my content that I make for you guys. Next up is another pair of the Joker 2, but this is the regular one. Amazing colorway. I love the detail here in the back. And I actually have a second colorway that I'm playing with right now as well, or testing out, which is the reverse colorway. Mismatch, also amazing. Just such a dope colorway. 361 is really killing it with performance and colorways, just like Way of Weight, and I wish more traditional brands would do that as well, or just give us better performing shoes. These are also a really, really nice performer. I really enjoyed them and I liked them a lot. Before the Joker 2 came, the GTs came out, I had them at #2 of my best shoes so far of 2026, and they're still on the list, or they would still be on the list if I released the video today, but they were replaced by the Joker 2 GT. They're just a little bit better because they're lighter, have slightly more comfort, and are just a little bit more bouncy. These are kind of a little bit more supportive, a little bit heavier. There's a little bit more around your foot, so a little bit more material. So if you like that, go for the Joker 2s. They're also cheaper, which is a nice thing. And the performance overall is still very good. Great traction performance, even though the pattern looks slightly different. We still have a midfoot shank plate. I think it's also carbon fiber, if I'm not totally mistaken. The materials look to be stiff, but are actually very, very soft, so you can break them in very nicely. I love the fluffy laces. They also do a great job of keeping your foot locked in, as you have that adjustive lacing system here on the side. And the cushioning setup is also very, very nice, just not as bouncy as on the Joker 2 GT. Next up are yet again 3 shoes I got from Kicks, but from 3 different brands. The first one I like the most so far, the Harden Volume 10. I absolutely love this colorway and I absolutely love the performance. Yes, they're heavy. Yes, they're not breathable, but they just look so good on foot, and they're crazy supportive with a good traction performance, and the cushioning setup is just how I like it. Good impact protection in the heel and rather low to the ground in the forefoot. And I just think the design of the shoe is off the chart, especially in this colorway. The Hellcat colorway looks so damn clean on foot, especially with, let's say, some black shorts and some red accents on the t-shirt. Just amazing, and that's why I play with them so much, or that's why I like them so much. But of course, they're not a top tier performer compared to the other pairs, but I still actually enjoy them a lot. The next pair is definitely not a top tier performer. I know I said in my review that I'll give them a chance, the Nike GD Cut 4, but I played with them more than I did with the first colorway because I just love this colorway. Looks amazing, 10 out of 10 as well. But I got so many blisters on my feet. I wore them for like a conditioning workout where I was running around the court when my hand was still broken. And I got so many blisters on my feet, they hurt for weeks. So I haven't worn them since, just because I don't want to get the blisters on the exact same spots because there's still scar tissue there. And I put some paper in there to widen them out a little bit. The fit is just too narrow, but the materials are just goddamn awful, unfortunately. Especially here on this side. This is, I don't know, I mean, you can hear it a little bit. It kind of makes a weird sound. I put it next to the microphone, and it's just very plasticky and stiff, unfortunately. So yeah, I really didn't enjoy these. The traction performance is okay once you break them in. The cushioning, of course, is great. One shoe where the cushioning is also great is the Luca 5. Another reminder, if you want to cop them at Kicks, use my code Lucas, just with 1 S, or use the affiliate link in the description box down below, my bad. These also feel very, very good, especially the cushioning, as I said, full length Zoom Strobel. One of my favorite cushioning setups from Nike and Jordan brand. The rest of the shoe also feels nice, but they do run short, so my toes always stop the front wall, which I don't like, and I went with my usual size, so I would recommend going up at least half a size for the Luca 5. And now the last 3 shoes I want to talk about. For one, the All CD14 from Way of Weight. They just arrived yesterday, as you can see, the tag is still on. Amazing performance. I have a full-length review of them as well, and the reason why I wanted to get this colorway, or have this colorway sent to me, shout out Way of Weight, is because they fit my team's jerseys perfectly. We're black and yellow, so that's going to be real nice to wear them in practice or in a game next year. Just very quickly, performance is very good. A lot of cushioning, a lot of support, minor heel slips, so you gotta lace them tightly, and the materials, they just need some time to be broken in, because now at first, as you can see, they're still a little bit stiff. Of course, there's some wrapping in there as well. And just yet again, another reminder code, LucasSimona10 for way of weight. And now here, another shoe I got from Kicks, the Kai 2 Speed. I was in the store in Munich, and the employees there told me that this shoe kind of feels like the Sabrina 3 but on steroids. So I wanted to give them a try, and they were absolutely right. They're absolutely amazing. Nice impact protection in the heel, lower to the ground in the forefoot, amazing bite as well. Really, really good traction performance, kind of herringbone pattern. I'm pretty sure they're durable enough for outdoors as well. And what I like the most is how comfortable the materials are. Really soft right off the box, and amazing fit if you have a wide midfoot like me. And now the last pair, I can't really say that much about them yet, because they just arrived a couple of days ago as well, and I was in Athens before that, so I couldn't wear them yet.
Keine Ahnung, ob man mich hört. Die Fans singen seit mehreren Minuten durchgehend. Es ist unglaublich laut. Olympiakos führt mit 20 Punkten. Es geht noch 6 Minuten. Unglaubliche Stimmung.
The Zen 8, so Aaron Gordon's 8th signature shoe with 361. This is the yin yang colorway, if I'm not mistaken, so black and white mismatched theme. Very, very cool. This is the Zen 7. I tried those before. Those were in my true size. Very underrated pair. Also really cool detail here in the heel. Very nice performance. So I'm excited about these, but unfortunately they're size too small, so maybe I'll do a giveaway of them. With all that being said, that's all the shoes I tried in the last couple of weeks. Let me know which is your favorite, and maybe also send me your current shoe rotation in the comments down below. As always, leave a like on the video and subscribe to my channel to support me. Have a good one, and see you next time.